Welcome to our Minecraft tutorial on building and using let's get around back inside our house. We're going to build and use rails today. Now, if you remember, as we were going through the abandoned mine shaft, we got all sorts of fun stuff, including a whole lot of rails. We got couple hundred rails just from that. And what we're going to do today is actually use some of those rails to help save us some time. So first thing we're going to do is to create some powered rails. As you see, I've got some right here, but I'm going to show you how to make those. I actually created the rail and got attacked by a creeper, and he blew up half the stuff and blew a hole, and anyway, it was disastrous. So I've undone a little bit of the rail so I can show you how to do it. And then and also the recording timer kind of ran out, so I want to keep this pretty concise on how to use rails. So there's a powered rail right there, and the way that you create a powered rail is a little bit expensive. You use gold on all sides, one piece of wood there, and a redstone right there, and that'll give you 6 rails. So it's kind of nice. It does give you 6 rails. That's really good. And then you're going to need to power them. Redstone torches are a great way to power them. That's the way that I use a redstone torch, and you'll need buttons as well, a couple of buttons. And you get a button by putting a spruce wood plank or any type of wood plank there, and that'll get you 1 button. So I've got a couple of buttons here. Also, I have some mine carts here. We got those from there. We got them from the mine shaft. You can create them using iron ingots. I am not going to create them using iron ingots because we got half a dozen of them from the mine shaft, and there's no point in making more. So that is everything I think we need for making these rails. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, you'll notice I do have those fires outside the house. That was just a friendly touch that I got when I was in the Nether in this world, and I'll show you how to do that. We have a Nether portal, and it's just another place to go in the world that gives you different resources and different looking things. All right, so we'll start out here with some regular rails. I'm going to put them down. You notice when you put them down, they might kind of have, well, no direction like that. But when you put them in a order, like in a row, they'll curve corners for you. They'll change the direction that you want them to go. They'll kind of figure out where they're needed. I started with, and again, I should have shown you how to do that as well. I have powered rails. And when you set them like this and on top there, they'll automatically go kind of where you need them to go, just like that. Alright, and I am going to put a powered rail here. And to power the rail, I'm going to put a redstone torch. And you've got to put it within pretty close proximity, so right next to it works really well. And now we have a powered rail. I'm going to continue on my little trek here. I'm going to take a turn there, and then I'm going to put another powered rail. Now, this is my lovely, I told you the creepers kind of came out and just blew stuff up. But there is my powered rail. And my powered rail is going to go over here, and I'm going to set underneath it a redstone torch. Now, I like to do this because it gives kind of a fun look, and it hides where the power source is. So there's this question: how did he get power to there? Well, there. So it's all hidden underneath. There is power going to it, but it's kind of hidden, which is fun, and it makes it nice clean for when we're going. Now you want to have a powered rail every 8 rails or so. So I did that here, and you'll notice I do have it continuing on. Now here's a perfect example of when you would use a rail. Notice there's this mountain. It's not easy to climb over, but I want to get to the other side, and I want to get there regularly because there's something over there that I want. I would build this rail to kind of take me there. So you can see that I go, and while I'm going in the dark here, I also kind of just dig to the side. I could have put it underneath, but just when you're going down a tunnel like this, it doesn't matter if it's terribly pretty. So again, I don't really want to walk this entire distance. Don't want to have to carry my stuff this whole way. So I just, build a rail to take me out here. And currently, there's nothing there, but there's this big flat area that I'm going to build something. And so if I want to get between here and my house, or my hole in the wall, whatever I have over there, this is how I would do it. Now, the powered rails that I put at the end, they work as a brake. They will stop you from going unless they are powered, and then they will make you go. So what I'm going to do is I first set it here and get it on the rail, kind of going the direction I want it to go. And then I put, and you can see I have it here, but that's a button. I'll place a button on the other side just so that you can see what it looks like when you place a button. There. So you place a button and it looks like that. And you click on the button using your mouse button, and it powers the rails. There we go. And the powered rails will take me all the way around, all the corners to the end here. And on this end, I do have another button, but it's not placed quite correctly. Let's place a button here. Okay, get rid of that. Oh, that's my house. Now I did push that cart, and so the cart is gone. It hit those powered rails and it's gone. It's all the way at the end of the track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. I'm going to set my cart. That might not be close enough. That might be the problem. You have to have a button that's kind of close to your cart. I'm going to go ahead and get my cart set. Jump into my cart. Click the button. Whee! Now I'm sitting way too low in my car here. You can't really see what's going on. It's not quite as cool. So I just jumped out. Because I like to be able to see what I'm doing. And then you'll notice that at the end, you've got a couple of carts sitting here. There are some neat things you can do with carts. Oh, I did not mean to tear up my rail. That's alright. I'll just put the rail back in. But there are some neat things that you can do with carts. And I want to show you just briefly one of those things. Of course I did not. That's alright. Okay. If you have a chest and you combine the chest with a cart, you will get a MineCraft with a chest, which is really nice because that means I can drop that guy on there, put stuff into it. Let's say I wanted to put all my gold and iron and all of that. I wanted to put all of this stuff in there. Probably don't though. I'll just put some wood and some, I don't know, some rails. Alright, there. So now I've put some stuff in it. I click on that button and it went backwards, which was lovely. let's try that one again. We've got my chest and my cart. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to put some stuff in it. Very important rails. And I want them to get back. I'm going to push the button and down they go. Alright. Now that cart will go all the way to the end and I will join it. Come on. Whee! Alright, and it will be at the end when we get there. So that's just the basics of using carts. This is a very basic path here. Boom! I ran right into it. Ouch. And you hop in and out of it using the shift button. Looks like I pushed one of them. I pushed the cart back the other way. So it's sometimes nice to have a little bit more of a landing if you want. The ramp helps it to know which direction it needs to go. So click on that again. It's not going to go. I'll be able to get my stuff back. Alright. So again, getting those buttons placed exactly right is a little bit of a trick, but you want to get them really close to there. This one here was too far away. So we can get rid of that. Come on. And that's the basics of tracks. You can protect them using fences so that animals don't step in the middle of them. You can push things along the tracks if you want. You can put yourself in a track. You can put a chest inside of a cart, or you can take a ride. There's lots of things you can do with them. So go ahead and whoa, come on, where are you going? Go ahead and have some fun with these things, because they can be really fun. You can make like roller coasters and up and down rides and stuff like that. It can be really fun when you mess with them a little bit. Come on, forward and go. We'll take one more ride on this one as we finish off the video. So I hope that video has been helpful for you. And have fun making carts and rails, and I will see you next time.